I just want to make sure that we have time to work on the projects. Brian says he needs help with the kitchen stuff because it's kind of hard. It is. No, and that it's a problem you will have to grapple with at some point in your life. You're going to have your own apartment. You're going to have your own kitchen. You're hopefully going to have your own house someday. What do you put in it? What can you afford to put in it? What are the nicest things out there? This is just trying to introduce you to this world and understand some of the choices that are out there. I'm really thrilled with how much people have already learned. Okay, so we're going to have the vocab due next Tuesday. Our sheet on our appliances, we're going to work on that today, is going to be due on Friday. All right. So we can also work on it on Friday. I want to try and get the second piece of this is not going to go into this marking period. So just this one will. Okay. So our objective or goal today is to learn about appliances, how much power they require, and how to make a beautiful kitchen design with the choices you have selected, right? So right now for this project, we're going to be selecting appliances that we might use in our design. You're going to have a couple different ones. You don't know what your look is going to be yet. Is it a white kitchen? Is it a stainless steel kitchen? You can change things up a little too. You are not you do not have to use the products that you came up with. Those are just expanding your understanding. All right, let's go to our fabulous warm-up. I'm going to stop sharing for a moment. I will show the answers. Okay, just so everyone knows where we're going. So right here is today's module. We're going to the warm-up right here. I bet I can do this without showing you the answers. If I go straight to build and preview. There, see, you can barely see them. If you spotted those, I'll be impressed. All right. Ooh, look, and I even have my spinner. So exciting. Well, we don't care about 10% off at Petco. I don't want period 7, I want period 8, and I don't want this chair. Evil free products. Okay, so here's question 1. Why were the original transportation systems that man designed for land transportation? Why were the original transportation systems man designed for land transportation? Was it a freak of nature? It just happened that way? We are land-based animals? It was all primitive man could conceive of? Or man needed land to use the wheel? Which one of those do you think makes the most sense for why the original transportation systems that man designed were designed for land? Brian likes the second one. How does anyone else feel? We can poll our class. What do you think, guys? A, B, C, D? Be brave, sing out. We're going to pick on you. Nobody has an idea? Chenier thinks B for sure. Marilyn's thinking D possibly. Man needed land to use the wheel. It's true, but we were transporting things a long time before we got to the wheel. So in my mind, it is B, that we are land-based animals, that Homo sapiens is not a fish. We are not amphibious. We live on land, thus we figured out how to move on land first. There was no need to move on water, right? That came later. Okay. Oh, that's a silly thing. Hang on, I'll fix this right when we're done. Uh, question 2. Variable path vehicles can operate on the same transportation systems as fixed path vehicles. Is this statement true or false? Variable path vehicles can operate on the same transportation systems as fixed path vehicles. Ah, my friend Brian is right in there. Anybody else? Let's see. Let's pick someone just for fun. No, Shepsu's not here. Not yet. I think Aiden did come in. Aiden, are you out there? What do you think? Can variable path vehicles work on fixed path systems?
Yes, true.
So how is a car going to drive on railroad tracks?
Oh, false.
It's false, but don't worry. What you're thinking is there are sort of hybrid things. I have seen they have, like, for the railroads, a pickup truck that looks like a regular pickup truck, but it has rail wheels on it, not tires. So it is a fixed path system. The idea of a fixed path system is that, like a train, it has rails that it's attached to, or say like the subway, that it actually goes on wheels. Like our metro has wheels, but they are locked into a channel. You can only go where they have built the path to go. Okay, so which brings me to my last question. And you guys might not know this because Hyperloop is very new, but you can Google it too. Hyperloop, is it fixed path or a variable path transportation system? What do we think? Hyperloop, is it fixed path or a variable path? Any of you guys have an idea? Do you remember what the Hyperloop is? Okay. Crazy Hyperloop is another invention of Elon Musk. Elon Musk does not have enough to keep him busy. He also has another company called the Boring Company that's digging giant tunnels. They have one from here to Baltimore. Mr. Musk is pretty dang amazing because I can't believe the things that he is able to do. When he decided to figure out how to create rocket boosters that could land back on Earth, I thought that was the craziest thing I had ever heard of. Plus the idea that they're trying to land them on a barge in the ocean. So the water's moving, the thing's moving. It's pretty impressive, but they did it. They make it work. Hyperloop is a transportation, oh, hang on, I've got someone to let in, is a transportation system based on vacuum tubes. So instead of just a subway where there are tubes and the trains go through them and the trains are actually pushing the air in the tubes, these would be hermetically sealed vacuum tubes, and the trains would be shot from one station to another like one of those canisters in a vacuum tube. So they are fixed path. They have to create these vacuum tubes, and wherever the vacuum tubes go is where the Hyperloop will go. Colorado is one of the first places they were looking at to build a Hyperloop. They are incredibly fast, again, because what is the advantage of a vacuum is a lack of friction. All right, so that is our warm up. Let's get in. Anybody question, problem? Let's get into our fabulous presentation. so that we can get to our projects. Okay. So we are looking at our fabulous 4 modes of transportation: land, water, air, and space. And I figured out why they show this twice, because today we are looking at air. Okay, that's the second one. Atmospheric transportation may be defined as a form of travel in vehicles such as helicopters, hot air balloons, blimps, gliders, hang gliders, parachuting, airplanes, jets, or anything else that rely on and sustain flight using the Earth's atmosphere. See, this is a better definition than I've seen down at the end, where it says that they are anything flying in the Earth's atmosphere. This is because they are including seemingly missiles, that they're saying that missiles are flying, but missiles do not use lift. Missiles are purely aimed. Okay, when you do this definition, I do not think you need all the blue part. So you can just say atmospheric transportation is a form of travel in vehicles that rely on and sustain flight using the Earth's atmosphere. Why do they mean that they are using the Earth's atmosphere? Okay, I'm going to try another. Oh, I just saw a fun one. My friend James Allen. James, why do you think they are saying that they rely and sustain flight using the Earth's atmosphere? What is it about our atmosphere versus space that allows flight? You seem. Right, that its air has to flow. The reason the atmosphere is needed for flight is because it is full of stuff. It is full of oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide, methane. There are things in our air, and it actually weighs something. Atmospheric pressure, you usually see this for the weather, that if it's fair weather, it's about 30 inches of mercury. If it, or 31 inches of mercury. If it's going to rain, it's like 29 inches of mercury. This is the weight of 1 atmosphere of air. If I take a column 1 square inch wide all the way up to space, there is enough weight there that it will push a bowl of mercury 30 inches up a tube. That is the pressure of that weight on us. We don't feel it, but there is 1 atmosphere above our head weighing down on us. A place where this comes apparent is in water. At sea level, you're at 1 atmosphere, right? You have 1 atmosphere of sky above you. If you start going down in the ocean, 33 feet down, you will be under another atmosphere of pressure. 66 feet, 2 atmospheres of pressure. 99. Every 33 feet you go down in the ocean adds another atmosphere of pressure. So it's, I won't go into, somebody got me talking about how scuba tanks work. And the reason that you need scuba tanks is so that you can breathe a full lung of air at 99 feet down. When I breathe off a scuba tank at 99 feet, I am literally breathing 3 lungfuls of air. The scuba tank allows me to inhale that much because that is what balances the pressure being exerted on me by the water. If I go up, that air starts to expand. I have to open my mouth and let the air out, or my lungs will burst, called embolism. All right, enough of that. Let's get Mr. Garcia in. Okay, So I just wanted to say our definition can be simple. Atmospheric transportation is a form of travel in vehicles that rely on and sustain flight using the Earth's atmosphere. Rockets do not use the atmosphere to sustain their flight. A rocket can fly in space where there is no atmosphere. A plane cannot. There would be no lift. Okay, so here is our atmosphere, all right? Air transportation is dependent on the Earth's atmosphere, dependent on oxygen, air pressure, and temperature. The colder it is, the denser the air gets. So the first layer of our atmosphere is the troposphere. It's about 30,000 feet high, 10 kilometers. Commercial jets fly at about 30,000, 36,000 feet. Spy jets can fly probably about 10, 100,000 feet. Stratospheric clouds, so top of cumulonimbus, the top of thunderheads are at about 30,000 feet. Then you get weather balloons can go up to about 40,000 kilometers. This is all called the stratosphere. That is where the ozone layer is. Then we get into the mesosphere. So meteors. Meteors are what we call shooting stars. When you look up at night and see a shooting star, that's a meteor. Why do meteors start to burn up when they get into the Earth's atmosphere and not when they're in space?
The
Same
space
idea.
is cold.
Yeah, go ahead. So it's that same idea. There is nothing to cause friction in space. Space is a total vacuum. There are no molecules in the air. So as a meteor moves from space into the Earth's atmosphere, it starts to hit air molecules, nitrogen, oxygen, whatever, and it literally causes friction and heat as it goes in. You'll see we have a fabulous why planes and balloons can't reach space. The Earth's atmosphere layers. Oh, hang on. I don't want to go back. I want my video.
Grammarly helps you work more efficiently, which makes accomplishing your work goals easier.
Ever wondered why planes and balloons can't reach space? What happens between the Earth and space, and where does outer space begin? Earth's atmosphere is divided into 5 layers. Planes usually fly at altitudes of around 35,000 feet within the lowest layer of our atmosphere, which is called troposphere. At 9 miles above the sea level, we reach the stratosphere layer. This is where you'll find the important ozone layer. Very few planes can fly through this layer because the air is so thin that there is not enough lift to keep the plane aloft. At 25 miles, Alan Eustace set the world record for the highest skydive by jumping to Earth from a helium balloon in 2014. A little further up at 33 miles is where an unmanned balloon named BU-60-1 set the world's highest balloon altitude record in 2002. At 32 miles, we reach the mesosphere layer. This is where lightning occurs. This is also the layer in which most meteors start burning up as they enter Earth's atmosphere. They burn up because mesosphere is the highest layer of the atmosphere in which there are enough air and gases to cause friction and heat. At 54 miles, we reach the thermosphere. At 62 miles of altitude, we reach the Kármán line, which commonly represents the boundary between Earth's atmosphere and outer space. The Kármán line is where the speed necessary to maintain altitude is equal to escape velocity. Escape velocity is the speed at which an object must travel to break free of a planet. A rocket exiting the Earth needs to be going at 33 times the speed of sound to enter orbit. Achieving escape velocity is one of the biggest challenges of space travel. A spacecraft requires a huge amount of fuel to break through the Kármán line. If you can ever go beyond the Kármán line, you will be called an astronaut. At 200 miles, we reach the International Space Station. 230 individuals from 18 countries have visited this station so far. Above the thermosphere is the exosphere. No human except the 24 astronauts who visited the moon in 1969, has ever traveled to this layer. This layer begins at 311 to 620 miles and ends at around 6,200 miles above the sea level. The moon is still hundreds of thousands of miles away from the edge of the exosphere.
Okay, that sort of ends relatively abruptly.
The
Just
rocket
like it
equation. It's
started.
a beautiful thing.
Okay, so that is our atmosphere. That is where planes can fly. Air transportation became practical in the 20th century. As I said, my grandfather was born in 1890. He was the 34th pilot in the US. He was in the Army Air Corps. So here we have balloons, the Goodyear blimp, small planes, big planes, everything. Orville and Wilbur Wright made the first successful flight in a power-driven airplane in 1903. My granddad would have been 13. The flight took place at Kitty Hawk, North Carolina. So within 10 years of this, people would be learning how to fly, not commercially, but for the military. During the succeeding years, air travel has become a large industry. Global air passengers. If you look, like everything else, as time goes by, scales compact. So in 1990, it took 15 years to reach 3 billion air travelers. In 2013, it took an additional 8 years to get the next billion. Then it took 4 years to get the next billion. I hate to say these are like the doubling times of populations. They get shorter and shorter, but the numbers get very large, okay? Airplanes are the most commonly used aircraft. These airplanes may be commercial airliners, company planes, and private aircraft. So in private aircraft, like the Rolls-Royce traditionally was the Learjet. Lear is a manufacturer, but a fair amount of people, particularly out west, have personal aircraft, and that they are much more similar to this guy on the left. This looks more like a Beechcraft than a Cessna, but the Cessna aircraft is a small four-seater, relatively affordable, and is used a lot for private travel, in interstate commerce. Air transportation is a mode of transportation developed in the last century. It uses aircraft of all kinds to move people and cargo to their destinations. Aircraft include all vehicles traveling within Earth's atmosphere. See, that's a definition I don't necessarily agree with. This means that missiles are aircraft. There's Shepsu. Missiles do not have, wings that curve. Missiles do not use the atmosphere for lift. So I'm not sure they should really be included in the definition of aircraft. In theory, aircraft are craft that use air. Helicopters, they definitely use air, can be used for air transportation. They are usually used for short commuter type hops, and they are given range status, civilian range and military range. We're guessing military range is longer. The big problem with helicopters is they run out of gas. They can only go so far before they need to fuel up. And it's usually less than 200 miles that a helicopter can go. So they are not really long range traveling, but they give you the most options. They are one of the most versatile methods of air transportation. Okay. Like the ocean, the sky has no highways. There's no marking. Trust me, there are a lot more markings on the ocean than there are in the sky. To be safe, aircraft follow established routes. Wow, those routes on the US look a little dense. In addition, air lanes are at various heights. For example, planes flying west may travel at different altitudes than planes flying east. Trust me, the job of air traffic controller is not an easy one. It's very stressful. Okay, atmospheric transportation, lighter than air modes. These, think of balloons and zeppelins or blimps. So a balloon is hot air filled, it's gas filled. They can be filled with hydrogen. Think of the Graf Zeppelin or the Hindenburg. The problem with hydrogen, like the Hindenburg, very, very flammable, particularly when surrounded by an oxygen atmosphere like the air. Helium. Helium is not flammable. Helium is what the Goodyear blimp is filled with. Okay, airships. Airships are blimps and dirigibles, okay? They call them non-rigid, semi-rigid, and rigid. So non-rigid, I would guess, is a hot air balloon. I'm not quite sure why it's, well, but it's a balloon. So airships are more blimps. Apparently, I don't know which the Goodyear blimp fits under. Is it non-rigid or semi-rigid? The rigid one is the idea of like the Hindenburg. The Zeppelins had a frame in them. They had a structure inside the balloon. So that gave them a rigid exterior. You see it as it burns. So heavier than air modes, conventional fixed wing. Those are passenger aircraft, cargo aircraft, passenger cargo composite. Most passenger aircraft carry some cargo. Military aircraft and special purpose aircraft. Then we come up with the composite rotary wing aircraft. These are aircraft that can do vertical takeoff. Think of the Osprey. The Osprey has big props, but they can rotate to vertical and make it basically a helicopter. There is also the Harrier. It's a jet, so it can switch its thrust from going out the back to going straight down and allow it to rise straight up and then take off. All right, so then we're going to get into space. Space transportation may be defined as the passage of cargo or people by means of a vehicle designed to operate in free space outside of the Earth's atmosphere. So maybe missiles are aircraft since they are not designed to operate in free space. Okay, that is it. We are done. All right, I believe we have half hour left to work on our projects. Let me get back in here. All right, so we are going to be working on our beautifully energy efficient custom kitchen competition sheet. If you come in here, you're going to pop out your worksheet. All right, we need to be, oh, help. I'm populating the sheet that you're downloading. That's a problem. Okay, I'm going to stop that and make a copy of this. Well, I hope if anyone downloaded my stuff, they like my products. Okay, so get this out of there. Okay, so all you need 3 different products, ideally with 3 different looks. In your you're going to use these as your choices when it comes time to build out your kitchen. You can search in Lowe's, Home Depot, or search the internet for high efficiency, dishwashers. See what they say. Okay, that's cleared out now.
Instead of picking for like clothes washer and clothes dryer, can't you just do one together? Or what?
If you'd like to, typically you're buying, typically you are getting them together, but you are buying two. You are buying a washer and you're buying a dryer. They
can-
do make all in one.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Let's
saying.
see. So here,
Yeah.
I've got Fabulous Best Buy right here. Let's do washer dryer. I've not looked for my washer dryers yet. Okay, so this is a stackable system. So it's got a front load washer and an electric dryer. That's 2,500. Everybody seems to like the front loaders these days. So these are package prices. You're getting a washer and dryer for 1,500. Okay, let's see. Is there anything? I'm just wondering if there's anything about efficiency in here. There, Energy Star certified. All right, that'll make our life easier. So look, what do you think you like? Do you like top loaders? I like the traditional ones. Do you like the front loaders? The price doesn't seem that different. How about these guys? How energy efficient are they? Here's our energy rating. Oh, come on. It's not what I want. Guys. Wow, this one says it can wash a load in 30 minutes. My machine at home takes at least an hour. The other thing you can do is you can chat to the crazy store people and ask them, say, I want to find the most energy efficient thing. What is it? Okay, well, I can't find my Energy Star on this one, but it looks like it's got good ratings. I'm buying it. I'm going to get two different formats. I'm going to get a stackable stackable. Good Lord, look at all this. Fingerprint resistant. Yeah, read some of these features. They are just amazing. Like I say, it's like seed catalog. Seed catalogs never say a bad thing about a seed, but it's very difficult to pick which one because each one is telling you that it is the most delicious, fabulous, easy growing, bountiful thing you've ever seen. So reading through some of these, you're going to start figuring out what makes sense to you. Okay, I'm going to make this a little smaller. Okay, and then I'm going to go to Bray and Scarf. I'm going to say What I wanted to show you was a combo unit. That's crazy. Wow, look at that thing. It's the most expensive, ugly thing I've ever seen. Another thing to think about when designing your kitchen is what do you do when the doors are open? I don't like that. Includes ice maker. Hmm. Okay, this is crazy. I got Wi-Fi in my washing machine. Why do I want Wi-Fi in my washing machine? Check your washer's progress on your smartphone. That is not what I'm usually doing. All right, what the heck? I don't know. I'm just not overwhelmed.
Mister.
How can I help you?
What's it called? I finished picking the items.
Okay.
What do I do now? Like,
You should be able to turn it into the assignment, right? Let's take a quick look.
all right.
So right here, you should have a submit, right?
For me, it says start. It says start assignment, and then it just gives me the ways to turn it in. It says file upload, website URL, Google Doc.
Okay. So you've got your file, right?
What do you mean?
You've got your file that you have your sheet and you filled it out and all you got to do is upload it, right?
Yeah.
So if you want, you can either, so there's two ways to do this. So you can either share, but make sure that anyone can get the link. So copy the link,
Go
go back in and then go to website URL and just drop that in, right? And that'll submit your sheet.
All right. Yeah, I did it.
Okay, perfect. No, thank you for asking because I don't ever see the interface that you guys do. Right now, I've got it in student mode, but I just hate to say I don't often do this to really understand what you're seeing.
Oh, okay. Well, I turned
So-
it in.
No worries. If you wanted it as a file, you could download, if I wanted to do that from here, just know that I could always say file, download as a Word doc, and then I could upload that file to it.
Yeah, that
But
takes
the
me-
link works fine.
All right. Is that
Great. I'm so excited. I can't wait to see him.
all right? Thank you.
Mind me while I abandon my post for a moment. I'm looking everyone down.
Why are you back in here? No. No. Why? Like, this is like a whole day thing.
Oh, this is going to help. Glad to know that you're the same boat that I am. No, I apologize. I am terrible with names and I'm going to do my best. I realized when we came back in person, I'm like, it's so easy when everyone's got a tile with their name on it. But it's more fun this way. Oh, okay. Yes. So yes, Camilla, you can start on part 2 if you want. Just since a couple people are finishing up and thinking about what they need to do, let me just show. I should put this in another module. Where is not you? No, hang on. Let me stop sharing for a second. Let me find this. Here we are. Okay. No, that's not the one I want. I want the copy. I want to share. I don't think I put this in the assignment. Let's make it for anyone. Let's copy our link. Let's go to. Oh, I'm in student view. That's why I'm having trouble. Okay, I'm just going to add this in for fun. Oh, shoot. I need to make it an assignment.
All right.
Okay, hang on. Okay. I hate to say you can't run away because we're all here for fabulous innovation period. So we have 10 minutes of downtime and then we're back to play with our team. Yes. URL. This energy. Let's make it available from today. I think I'm going to make this due in the next. We'll figure that out.
No.
Okay. So now there is an assignment in here. Here's the worksheet if you care. This is explaining what your slideshow is going to need. Okay. So we'll go over this in the next class, but it's here if you need it. All right. Everyone can relax for 10 minutes and then we'll start up with the fabulous innovation period. Innovation period is different today. All right. I'll go in on open. Okay, so yeah, here's the assignment. Oh, it's not published, so you can't see it. So final slide presentation, energy efficient kitchen competition, 30 points. If you want to look in here, this will tell you what the next step is. Pop out the worksheet. And that's what you're going to create in theory, a 10-slide slideshow featuring your products and your kitchen design. Okay. Okay, we are entertaining votes from the floor for music that we'd like to listen to in our interim. Anybody have a care, interest? R&B, jazz, reggae, world music, country, both country and Western, blues, nothing. I will go to my fabulous. This is working pretty well for us. Stop it. I like Michael Fine.
Wash with the crocodile in the river, with the sharks in the sea. They live with the crooked politician, you can never see. Aye, yeah, this is fun. Aye, yeah, yeah. Aye, yeah, yeah, this is fun. Aye, yeah, yeah. Your lover when you go away, tomorrow brings a better day. Sometimes you smile while you're crying inside. Just put your turn away while the truth is shining bright. Aye, yeah, yeah, this is fun. Aye, yeah, yeah. Yeah. You say goodbye. Show us so goodbye. Beyond the door, strange, cool, beautiful, yes, now waiting for you. It kills me to know you won't escape loneliness. Maybe you'll lose hope too.
James, you're James Allen? Don't ask me why. I envisioned you much shorter. Nobody comes to mind. I feel strong at the same time. Show you stars in the ambition.
Okay, here's something cool so you might want to keep listening. If you click the banner on your screen, you'll get a free month of Pandora music without any ads. That's all your favorite music with 0 interruptions. At the end of your free trial, you can either cancel or keep listening without ads for just $5 a month. One of the best deals out there for ad-free music streaming. Ready to try it? Click now for your free 1-month trial.
If you have thyroid eye disease, itchy eyes have you
What the
itching
hell is
for a
that one?
fight, it might be time to discover another treatment option. To learn more, visit treatmyted.com. That's treatmyted.com.
Reach out my oh, myself, oh, tell you to run. What is it, over there? Well, pick me up, golden hand. Oh, myself, oh, tell you to run. What is it, over there? Well, I would like to hold my hand. I would like to hold my hand. Send me away, send me away, send me away, send me on my way, send me away, send me away, send me on my way. I would like to reach out my myself, tell you to run. What is it for the arm? Now pick me up,
And I'll be right with it.
myself, tell you to run. What is it for the arm? Well, I would like to hold my hand. I would like to hold my hand. Send me away, send me on my way, send me on my way, send me away, send me away, send me on my way.
All right. Sorry about that. Let's get to where we need to be. Let's turn off my fabulous music. Alrighty. No. There. I have a slide presentation on Churchill seniors. Don't think you want that. Okay, team. Thank you for all staying. Now we are in our innovation period. And something, for everyone in class and everyone at home to vaguely think about is this is our period. They don't schedule much. I'm fine just using any downtime as study hall, but if we want to do anything, talk about anything, listen to anything, watch anything, I'm up for it. So I'm open to suggestions. I'm just saying this is our period and it does not seem to have a lot of structure to it. Okay? So just letting you know, I am here for it. And I am not always interested in the status quo. Changing things up a little always seems fun. So today is May 4th. Today we're going to watch our info flow. We'll participate in a mindfulness moment and enjoy a stretch moment. I'm probably good at all of these. I have lower, middle, upper back, and neck issues. I used to be a professional athlete, and it shows. So let's look at info flow. Ooh, look, we have new people. We take bets on whether they look into the camera or down at what they're reading. This one seems to be looking in the camera. All right, let's watch on YouTube. Balance it out.
Good afternoon, Blazers, and welcome back to Info Flow from Home. Today is Tuesday. May the 4th be with you.
Oh, it is
I'm
May the
Levi.
4th.
And I'm Ishan. In local news, Montgomery County has surpassed 69,735 cases of COVID-19 as of Friday, April 30th. According to the Maryland Department of Health, just over 35% county residents have been fully vaccinated against COVID-19, while 52% have received at least one dose.
Recently, the CDC issued new guidelines loosening restrictions on wearing masks outside. However, that might not apply to some athletes here in Montgomery County. In a statement issued Friday, Montgomery County says masks can only be removed for competition and practices outside if the heat index is 80 degrees or higher. So stay hydrated out there. Looking ahead into summer and fall, school officials gave an update on what kids and parents can expect. Although the plans are still being finalized, a 5-day in-person schedule for students, as well as a full-time virtual learning program for pre-K to grade 12 is being proposed to the Board of Education for approval.
The Teacher of the Year award for Montgomery County has gone to Joseph Bostic Jr., math content specialist and 8th grade team leader, for his exceptional teaching and positive impact on his community.
If you are planning to run for a class officer position, please fill out the form by tomorrow, May 5th. This form can be found on the SGA Instagram @BlairSGA. Candidates are allowed to campaign on social media through videos and electronic posters once this form is turned in. The ballot for voting will be done on a Google form sent out through Canvas on May 10th and 11th. Winners will be announced on May 12th on Blair SGA's Instagram @BlairSGA and on Twitter @Blair_SGA.
Hey Blazers, the W.E.B. Du Bois Honor Society is now accepting applicants for the 2021-2022 school year. Du Bois Honor Society's purpose and mission is to create a sense of community, promote academic excellence, and encourage a strong sense of pride through its recognition of student achievement. If you would like to apply, please email Ms. Blake at the email below.
Interested in the Bible? Looking for Christian fellowship or just plain curious? Join the MBA Just Bible Fellowship Club. They meet every Thursday at 4:30 on Zoom. Message the email below for the Zoom link and any questions. Everyone is welcome, so please come by. They'd love to have you.
And that's all for today's show. Check out our website at bnconline.net to submit any announcements and follow us on Instagram at @BNC_Blair and on Twitter at BNCBlair. We'll be back on Friday with the latest edition of Info Flow from Home. Remember to wash your hands, avoid touching your face, and follow social distancing guidelines. Have a tasteful Tuesday and stay safe, Blazers.
Tasteful Tuesday. All right. Now, is it my imagination or is his beard growing in? I feel like he's been growing older
Hello,
on us.
I'm Lindsay Baker, and
Oh,
I'm the
no, you
Executive
don't.
Director of Maryland Humanities.
No, we're not. No, we're not doing that either. Okay, so since you guys are stuck with me, we're going to have our tech moment. All right. In the broadcast, something always seems to be happening behind his head. How can you stop
_Blair,
the light
and on Twitter
from
@BNC Blair.
pulsing like it
Friday with
does?
the latest edition of Info Flow from home. Remember to wash your hands, avoid touching your
See
face,
how
and
it goes
follow social
flare,
distancing guidelines. Have a
and then it's going to
tasteful
go back
Tuesday
to
and stay safe,
nothing,
Blazers.
and then it's going to flare. Well, it would if you stayed on it. The problem is the iris of his camera. You need to work with a fixed iris in that situation, because every time he leans a little forward or back, more of that white background is showing, and it's making the camera open up or shut down. And that's what makes that wow, back and forth, bright, dim, bright. It doesn't look so good. But that is my technical moment, since I am a film person. All right, now we get our mindfulness minute. Let's see. Let's all find a comfortable position where we're sitting and our head's not too far forward. It's sitting on our shoulders. Feel the weight of your legs in the chair and the pressure of your feet as they contact the floor. Take a few calming breaths. Breathe in through your nose, hold for a moment, and out through your mouth. So let's do 3. In. Out. In. And out. You're doing it right if your glasses fog up. Gently deepen your inhale and lengthen your exhale. Go slower on the inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Try counting to 3 on the inhale and on the exhale. So in for a count of 3 through your nose. Exhale for a count of 3 through your mouth. Are your shoulders still tight? Try adjusting your timing so that it feels most calming for your body. Try closing your eyes and just thinking about how that breath is swelling your chest, filling your lungs, and then going out of your body. In with the good, out with the bad. It's rare that we have time to just think about ourselves and try and relax our bodies. Try and feel the tension in your shoulders. Try rotating your shoulders backwards. See if that makes the tension between your shoulder blades ease. Try relaxing. Try hunching your shoulders up to your ears and holding them tight, and then letting go. Do it again and let go. You're trying to get those shoulder tendons to release. Let's end on one breath. In for 3. And out for 3. My glasses are foggy. I did it right. Ooh, look, it's a video. Stretch you strong. Okay. Wow, our short stretch video is under 10 minutes. Since we have forever, let's take 5 to relax and then we'll do our stretch video. Okay. Let's say we'll start back up like around 1:47 or so, according to my computer's clock. Okay, let's look at our short stretch video. In theory, it's under 10 minutes. I like that we have people in wheelchairs stretching too. All right, so I will be brave and I will lead everyone. Someone's got sirens. Don't know what. This does not seem to be doing.
Stretching is one of the most important things you can do for your body before and after you move. It helps release tension and cools you down. Follow along as we stretch our whole body to help us move and improve. Lie on your back and hug your left knee into your chest. Keep your right leg straight.
We are not lying on our backs in the classroom. I'm pretty positive. Why? There. Let's see what happens. No, it is. Really? Okay, this is what they're giving us.
Stretching is one of the most important things you can do for your body before and after you move. It helps release tension and cools you down. Follow along as we stretch our whole body to help us move and improve.
You think this would be good?
Lie on your back and hug your left knee into your chest.
Or
keep your right leg straight. This will stretch the muscles in your bottom.
Now in our chair, I do that knee stretch every morning. Right knee hugging. Shame on
Switch sides. Pull your right knee to your chest. Take a nice deep breath as you hold this stretch.
So ideally what this is doing is stretching your hamstrings, your lower back.
Bring your right leg up and cross your left foot over your right knee, making the number 4 with your legs.
It's a figure
Reach
4.
through your legs and pull your right knee gently towards your chest.
I do this for my morning exercises too.
Switch sides with your right foot over your left knee. This stretch helps us when we've been sitting all day.
I've never done this in a chair. It seems dangerous to do this in a chair. I will get hurt myself. Trust me, I've done it. The figure 4s are a great way on your back like that to get your
Stand up.
Maximus.
Bring your right arm across your chest to the left side. Use your left hand to pull your arm to your chest.
I can feel this one. Oh, jump in. I'm having fun.
Switch sides. Pull your left arm to your chest. Feel a good stretch in your shoulder.
Yeah, come on, game. Work with me, baby. Yeah, you've told me for a long time.
Put your hands together and reach both arms up, high to the sky. Stretch through your back and stand up tall.
So the idea is you're pushing with your palm up into the sky. Oh yeah, feel it. Really gets under your shoulder blades.
On your back, hug your left knee to your
I got this
chest.
now.
See if you can get it closer to your body this time.
Left knee, wrong leg. Second stretch is okay. Get max in here.
Hug your right knee into your chest. Stretching your glutes is important since we sit on them all day in school.
Just to translate, the glutes are the button. Your gluteus maximus.
Straighten your right leg and cross your left ankle over your right knee. Take deep breaths as you stretch and relax your muscles.
Good, I'm too tight.
Let's switch and make that figure 4 stretch on the right side. See how good it feels to hold this stretch.
Yeah, it's not the same in the chair.
Stretching our shoulders is important for good posture and keeping us strong. Our shoulders hold a lot of weight, so keep them happy and healthy.
That is perfect.
Switch to the left side and hug that arm to your chest. Take a deep breath in and let it out as you stretch.
I hate to say, I have been assigned all these exercises by a doctor.
Last one. Stand up nice and tall and push through your hands, sending positive energy up to the sky. Take one deep breath in and let it out.
Yay. Okay. The right unicorn. So one other silly one that does help. It's a weird one. I get a lot of stress in my right shoulder going from my neck down here. Instead of just doing the arm across, I guess I should probably get rid of my virtual background so you can actually see me. But it's the idea that you can, if you try and touch your back and then grab your elbow and pull it down, it really, it gets right in here. You pull that, and try on the other side. So yeah, the basic shoulder stretches are this, that, that. You can put them behind your back and come up like that. A big problem with working on computers is right here. We tend to hunch forward and type, and your blood flow goes right through your shoulders. If you start feeling carpal tunnel, feeling that your hands are cramping up, that your forearms are getting tight, it's usually because the blood supply in your shoulders is getting cut off. You do things like lean into a corner or go up to a door frame and push and try and open out that shoulder. You're trying to counter all the rounding that we get from sitting at desks. All righty. Well, that's it for the show today. What do we have next week? Info Flow, Mindfulness Minute, learn about Academy summer opportunities. I think our stretch was more fun. All right, so we're here till 2:30. Just do whatever work you'd like. Why don't I try a little mellow background music?
You feel way better. Like you feel 10 times better.
Who can say where the road goes, where the day flows? Only time. And who can say if your love grows as your heart chose? Only time. Who can say what your heart says as your love cries? Only time. And who can say why your heart cries when your love cries? Only time. Who can say when the roads meet that there might be in you? And who can say when the days sleep if the night leaves? Oh no, night leaves. Oh no.
The all-new Ford Bronco Sport is here, and it's ready.
Draw music.
sky above is blue. Lying in the long grass, loose beside me, maybe you can hear the wonder. This will be the day she will remember when she knew his heart was lying in the long grass, loose beside me, whispering a love in the way it breathes. Lying in the long grass, in the sunlight, they believe it's true. And no more around them, nor at a secret, telling them of love in the way it breathes. Looking up the eyes of Mama night, they can see the sky is blue, knowing that their love is true. And the sky above is blue.
Pandora has all the songs for your ears. RockAuto.com has all the parts for your car or truck. Why limit your choices and pay way too much at a chain store or car dealership? RockAuto.com has everything from AC compressors to wheel hubs, body parts, and even trailer hitches delivered right to your front door. Click the banner now or head to RockAuto.com. Be sure to write Pandora in the How Did You Hear About Us box so that they know we sent you.
At Whole Foods Market, we appreciate you following the 6-foot social distancing rule. How much is 6 feet? The length of 2 shopping carts. Not the small carts, the big sedan ones. Yeah, that's shopping in style. And this week, stack up on grain-free tortillas and sauces for taco night at Whole Foods Market. Get all Siete products for 25% off through May 4th, plus an extra 10% off for Prime members while supplies last. See more on the Whole Foods Market app. Shopping for sales at 2 cart lengths apart. That's how you do it at Whole Foods Market.
So it's 10:30 on a Wednesday, and apparently I've sold close to $3,000 in sales on Amazon already.
Just about there. Yeah, pack up. We're in our last minute. Thank you, team. Thank you for a great day. Thank you, class. So exciting to have you here. You make my day.
All right, see you later. Bye.
Goodbye.
All right. Let me know if you need help. If anyone needs help on their project, come tomorrow. I will help you. Sure. Yeah. Hmm? Yeah. Hang on, wait. Somehow I've lost my. There it is. What are you thinking?
So I knew that the big project, it was like kitchen utensils and like the kitchen layout, but in the sheet that 30 per assignment project that's due on Friday or something, it has like kitchen utensils or kitchen like appliances, and also has like appliances that are not used in the kitchen. Should we take those out and then like put in other appliances that are good for kitchens, or should we just find them?
My feeling, and we can go over this, is focus on the major appliances for like your 10,000. If you've got more money in your budget, you can get whatever you want. This is your kitchen. This is your design. So whatever you feel is appropriate, beautiful, exceptional, that's great. I never hard and fast, particularly that I want you to be creative. I want you to create something that's fun for you and that you think would be your idea. If that's not exactly, using the pieces, I'm, perfectly happy to accommodate. No worries. Hey, it's just supposed to be kind of fun and a real, making these choices is not easy. So going through them once is a help. Have a great night.